Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater. This was the long rumored Metal Gear Solid 3 remake. I thought the trailer was actually pretty cool because I wasn't expecting it to be what it was.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I'm sure it was obvious to people that know the game better than me. But Konami coming to PS5. Virtuous, I think, is developed. I didn't see if it's being if it's been confirmed who's making it, but it's been long rumored to be the studio Virtuous. And we otherwise don't know anything, but it's coming to PS5. There's more to talk about with Metal Gear Solid, but we'll start here. I got to know, Dustin, where are you at with this Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater?
Yeah, it was an exciting trailer to see. And at this point, with so many rumors, it felt all but confirmed. I like the way they did it, where you didn't really know what was going on or what it was for until I started to pick it up once there was a certain look to the way the barrier was, that since I just played Metal Gear Solid 3 that had the hole in it where you sneak through, that I started to pick it up there. And then when you saw the parrot, which of course is another iconic part of that game. But man, I love that they use the Snake Eater song in this as well. But obviously there are so many questions still about it. Mm-hmm. You know, what is it, the nature of it, I guess. Obviously it's a remake, of course, but when you get a CG trailer like this, it's more of just an announcement to get everybody excited. But clearly, and obviously don't want to go into this too much since we're going to in a minute, there seems to be some other plans, which I think is almost as exciting for me. Is just that Metal Gear is alive beyond just this remake. Well,
since you bring that up, we might as well just go into it as we throw it over to Chris, which is the Metal Gear Solid. And I have actually a screenshot up here. Here it is. Yeah, Metal Gear Solid Master Collection Volume 1. They didn't keep this up for too long. So this will include Metal Gear Solid 2 Sons of Liberty, and Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater on PlayStation 5. It says sneak back into the original games. Autumn 2023, and the Volume 1 suggests that there'll be a Volume 2 with hopefully Metal Gear Solid 4 and 5, so there's really no reason to play those games now. I mean, it's obvious that you're going to be able to get them on the best possible hardware. It's especially exciting for the original Metal Gear Solid because I'm very curious to see what they're going to do with that. That game needs a lot of work to modernize it, even though it is a wonderful and iconic game. So, Chris, let's go over to you. Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater plus the Metal Gear Solid Master Collection Volume 1.
Yeah, very cool. Long time coming. The original, at least Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3, which are like my personal favorites, are playable, and they have been playable on the Xbox consoles for a hot minute now. So it's only fitting that they would eventually find their way on the PlayStation. Long time coming. Very excited about that. And also the prospect of 4 and 5 coming in some, higher fidelity capacity later on. I will say, once I don't know, man, like the trailer, like I didn't know what it was. And then you see Snake, and then it's like, oh, this is so cool. And then the song plays. And then that's kind of it. And I understand why. I mean, it is just a teaser, but at the same time, this game's been rumored for so fucking long that the fact that that's kind of all we got about it was a little underwhelming to me. I was hoping we would at least get I don't know, like not even a long bit of gameplay, but at least like some idea of what it looks in game, as opposed to this kind of CGI trailer, which again was cool. But I feel like this game's been teasing us for so long. We've been talking about Metal Gear Solid 3 Remake since I think since we started the show around that time. So to see it this long after those rumors have been percolating, and we still don't even really know when. Was there a date attached to it at all?
No date for Delta, a fall 2023 release date for the collection.
Yeah, so like I don't know. It was exciting and underwhelming at the same time, which I'm not used to feeling. I remember like once it was over, I was like, man, I feel like I should be a lot more excited about that than I am. And I'm still looking forward to it, but it's like it's weird.
Yeah, I actually couldn't care less about the remake just because Snake Eater is my least favorite of the first three. I'm much more excited about being able to play 1 and 2 on PS5 with proper controls. Hopefully, the game, it would be, for me anyway, revolutionary to those games if they modernize the controls. It would totally change it. That game is such a pain in the ass to play sometimes, and no matter what you play it on. So just I'm just and MGS1. I mean that
needs work.
I wouldn't even bother. At this point.
That needs work for sure.
But it's not a knock against the game. It's just a different era. So yeah, they just need to figure that out. All right.
It's worth pointing out real quick, Colin, that Metal Gear Solid, that was up in the air about whether or not that was going to be a PlayStation exclusive. It is not. That is also coming to Xbox as well, which it seems like Xbox has already put out some cheeky tweets about all the games from the showcase that are coming. But yeah.
Did they? I have to look at that.
Yeah, they said what a good looking group.
What a good looking group. And it's like, it's pretty much like a lot of the big games. And it's just says coming to Xbox. Yeah, it's in the little chat here.
Yeah, let me pull this over and look.
Surprisingly cheeky from them, actually.
Oh yeah, definitely. Immortals, Ghost Runner, Marathon. This actually is interesting. Let me go back. So yeah, we know Haven, Fair Games, obviously, in Helldivers we know. So Immortals and Ghost Runner. So it seems like Phantom Blade Zero is PS5 exclusive, console exclusive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, in all likelihood.
I mean, unless they have more to say here, but Sword of the Sea, maybe a timed exclusive. That wouldn't be a surprise either, because I feel like Abzu and the Pathless were both timed exclusives, weren't they?
Yeah.
Maybe not.
Sounds right.
Pathless was. I know that.
Talos Principle, I don't know. I think that even coming to console is strange. So that might... Oh, no, that's on this list. So Talos Principle is not coming. Neva is... So Cat Quest, Neva, Talos Principle, those three games, they'll all come to Xbox. No Foam Stars.
Oh, man.
Plucky Squires coming to Xbox.
Yeah, take that. No foam for you.
Teardown's coming to Xbox.
No foam for you.
And then let's see, Metal Gear Solid. They don't list the collection. I wonder if that's PlayStation exclusive. That wouldn't surprise me, because games like Castlevania Requiem are PlayStation exclusive. So it wouldn't be that.
I would argue the PlayStation needs it less, or the opposite. Xbox needs it less because they already have. They're really only missing the first Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah. So that's all. We'll have more to say about this. If this image is all inclusive, which I suspect it is, because it includes things like Marathon, things that were included late in the show, that this actually indicates that there's quite a bit. I mean, when you really line it up, it all makes a lot of sense, actually. So we'll get into that. But you can, in other words, you can glean from the negative space what is timed exclusive or maybe outright exclusive. Although I don't think any, like I said earlier, Helldivers was the only second party game, at least one with a PlayStation Studios logo before it. So I would assume anything else is a timed exclusive that wouldn't be in that Xbox tweet. So thank you, Microsoft, for making that simpler for me.